tell me something. Are you a woman who is happy when she's in a relationship? Are you a woman who needs to be in a relationship with a man to be happy? Or are you a woman who is happy with or without a man? Which one are you? Um, well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, because I think it is important that we get clarity on this, and I think it's important for the outcome of the rest of our lives, right? If we can be clear about that. Hi, welcome to the talk, welcome to the channel, welcome to the journey. My name is Sada Sharon Vandelise. I am a mind, body, spirit, holistic health coach, and I help women to transform themselves in their midlife. Women who have a strong desire to figure out who they really are at this point in their lives and then run with it. Just transform, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever, geographically, whatever changes they want to make so that they can be their true and authentic selves, so that they can live their best life yet, right? That's what we do on this channel. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see at some point all the transformations that are taking place. So I am the founder and creator of Sada Supreme Wellness. And yeah, today I want to talk about how you can be happy and single in your midlife. For me, I know that since I last left, well, not since I last left, since I left my last relationship, which was a toxic relationship, I never look back. I never look back, and it's been years. And I have met people, but because of the work I did with myself, I am in a place where I'm at peace. Now, mind you, I have to say that I've always been somebody who felt enough alone. Like, I can't say that I feel incomplete when I'm not in a relationship. As a matter of fact, I think I feel more complete when I'm not in a relationship, because it always turns out for me that in the relationship, I have to shrink. I have to become less than what I am to make the other person feel comfortable and powerful and all of that stuff. So I think I function really well on my own. I don't want to always be on my own, but I function really well on my own. And I think I would like for every woman, especially in your midlife, to be in a place where you begin to find out who you are, and you begin to realize that the most important relationship in your life is the relationship that you have with yourself. Do you like yourself? Do you like your own company? Do you date yourself? Do you feel enough with yourself? So if that's not the case, how do you get there? Do you want to get there, and how do you get there? I always think that you're in a much more empowered position when you are with a man, because you want to be with him, not because you need to be with him. Because when you need to be with him, he takes power over you. So, not that I want to make this about how to, get a man. That's not what we're doing. We're talking about how to be complete with yourself, how to have an amazing relationship with yourself. And I believe that once you have that amazing relationship with yourself, everything else will fall in place. And then you're in a position to make powerful decisions. You're in a position where you can take it or leave it. So, and that's a great position to be in. That means you have options and you know it. So, I think that we don't really know who we are. And because we don't really know who we are, we need other people to maybe show us who we are, or to maybe entertain us, to make us feel worthy. And so, if we can know who we are, we will be fully self-empowered. And it takes us spending time with ourselves, extended amounts of time, not a few months. You have to be willing to live your life with you for a few years, at least a year, at least a year. But a year goes by really fast, and we are such, especially as women, we have so many layers to us that it takes a little bit of time. I would say, and I know you're gonna think I'm crazy, I would say like 3 years would be like a solid time to spend with yourself, get to know yourself, get to love yourself, get to fall in love with yourself before now you say, okay, let's see what happens now. So after 3 years, I think you'll be in a solid place to, you're good. You're just good, regardless of who's in your life and who's not in your life. You're in your life, right? So I would suggest that you create a curriculum for yourself. I would suggest that you find out what it is, or what are the things that excite you. And a lot of us have forgotten because we felt we're programmed to be excited to find a man and get married. We're programmed to be excited to find a man, get married, and get pregnant and have babies. Even programmed to get a degree and get a job, stuff like that. But there's a lot of emphasis on getting married and having children. That programming it is it's thick, it's intense, and a lot of us don't know how programmed we are. So in your midlife, when you're single in your midlife, it is the perfect opportunity for you to start peeling off the layers and finding out, but if I had never gotten married, if I had never become a mom, if I had followed that little girl's dreams, who would I have become? Because as a child, you always know who you are. And as time goes by, we are programmed to not pay attention to that. So, but as a child, you always know who you are and you know what you love to do. So, I would invite you to set some time aside. sit down somewhere in a really comfortable place. Make yourself a fabulous drink and let your mind relax. Let your mind relax. Close your eyes and go back. Go back to that little girl. Go back to that little girl who was so inspired by life. She was so joyful and playful, and she knew what she liked. She knew exactly what she liked. So give that some time. Do that. Do that. Do that. Give it time and see what happens. See what you come up with. And it could be that maybe it was a little later. Maybe it was during adolescence that you were having these ideas and that you were excited about certain things that for some reason you pushed aside. So, give yourself an opportunity to get back to the core of who you really are. And no judgments, nothing like that. Just truth. Just truth. And I think that that's that's where it starts, because when you become aware of the things that you like to do, maybe you already know, maybe you've excuse me, maybe you've had this desire, this dream, and you kept putting it off because you didn't have the time or energy to nurture it, to bring it into reality. So once you know what it is, and hopefully it's a bunch of things, right, that you can start to develop and nurture in your life, things that truly light you up. And I would also suggest a whole new career path. Choosing a career path that becomes your creation, right? Because we create people, right? We are women. We create another human being inside of us. That's a big thing. That's a big creative ability. So if now you take that creative ability and you create a new career for yourself, something that is you, something that you would do even if you didn't get paid for it. That's how much you like it. Of course, you will get paid. You're supposed to get paid, but first, it has to be something that you would want to do for the rest of your life and enjoy it. Now, that is what you want to put your energy in and make it your creation, make it your baby, right? That's going to be your new baby, your new creation, your new thing that you brought forth. And it should feed you. It should feed you so much. It should excite you so much that when you go to bed at night, you think about that. When you wake up in the morning, you think about that. So there is no emptiness, there is no void, there is no loneliness. There is you living in your authentic power, in your authentic self. And you're enough. You are enough to be happy. Oh, yes. So I hope that I inspired you to go do this self investigation. Go do this self investigation. It's a form of self love, which I want to talk to more and more. I want to talk to the subject of self love because self love is at the core of happiness, of our having joy in our lives. So this is an act of self-love when you take the time to go back and find out who this little girl is. Remember her, honor her, and take that and do something with it. Do something amazing with it. And use this community to support you. So I really hope that I triggered something, that I inspired something. And until we speak again, until we meet again, I want to wish you lots of peace and love and self-discovery. Yeah.